You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Stand up, sit down, featuring in-depth discussion and interviews with stand-up comedians on the art of stand-up comedy. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Stand Up, Sit Down.
Hey guys, welcome to another exciting edition of Black Hollywood Live Stand Up, Sit Down. I'm your host, Nick Perdue, and today in studio we have the hilarious, the talented Jack Asadorian.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here, brother.
Good to have you.
Hell yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, so you are really blowing up like this comedy scene.
Just recently, just took it over, Came out in Vegas, the show in Vegas was cool.
There you go. See, so you're getting out of this LA bubble.
Yeah.
And you're exploring your other options.
Exactly.
And seeing what the country's like.
Yeah.
Getting all that nice desert poontang and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. You know it.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. So, how did you get a start in comedy? Because we know that your father owns the Ha Ha
And mother.
and mother.
Yeah,
your
don't
mother,
piss
your
her
mother
off
and
right
your
now.
father
Don't piss her off, yeah.
own the legendary Ha Ha Comedy Club
Yeah.
that's in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
So is that kind of you just fell into it, or
Not really. I didn't really want to do comedy. I grew up around it, as a kid. We've had it for 28 years, I'm 28, so since I was born.
wow, literally?
So
yeah.
Literally I fell in there, I was born in the
On
kitchen,
stage.
in the kitchen. No, but I just watching it every day growing up, I loved comedy, but I didn't think I was funny. Main reason was because I was insecure about my weight. I was overweight. I was 330 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't want to go on stage and talk shit and make fun of people when I was insecure about myself. So once I beat that, then I started doing comedy. So I like writing. I like telling jokes. I used to go yo, dude, try this on stage. And they're like, dude, this is funny. Why don't you do it? And I'm like, no, I'm not good. Yeah,
That's not me. That's not me.
Yeah.
You are funny though. You go ahead. You go ahead and do
yeah.
it. So okay. So was there anyone who you saw growing up before they became real famous that you're like, you know what? Maybe I can do that. Was there someone that kind of gave you that?
I saw Gabriel Iglesias. Felipe Esparza.
Okay.
Jeff Garcia. I saw Kevin Hart at the Ha Ha.
Yeah.
Chris Spencer, all these guys. When I was 10,
Yeah.
and they were still just doing the clubs, and that not really blowing up yet, but yeah, a lot of them really motivated me. I'm I could do it. I could do this. I could do this. I'll be the first Mexican Armenian comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
So now, because like you said, you are half Mexican and
Half Armenian.
half
Lebanese Armenian, yeah.
Lebanese Armenian. So your mother is
Mexican.
and your father is
Lebanese Armenian.
Lebanese Armenian. So
Yeah.
what was that like? Was that weird at school? The kids kind of because your last name has a bad word in it. So
my last name is Asadorian, and my first name is Jack. So I learned how to fight in second grade. I was getting picked on all the time. Yeah, but I mean, I do a joke about it now. Half Armenian, half Mexican. I'll sell you a cell phone, but I'm gonna steal it right after. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So okay, now you have to learn how to be funny quick.
Yeah.
Right, and so but you just went the fighting route.
Yeah.
Right, because I know when I was growing up, I was skinny, and my last name was Jones, or Nick Skinny Bone Jones. They used to call me that all
That's
the time.
hilarious.
And I had a terrible
Okay,
childhood. But I was just quick, so I would just shoot back at him as opposed to fight, because I just don't like getting hit.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm gonna say something funny, and everyone's gonna laugh at you, and now you look like the jackass. But you were just I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I guess I was I was always big, so I felt like I used my strengths for my superpowers. But yeah, but then I started verbally
grew out
doing
of
it.
it.
Verbally, I became a really good shit talker. I don't know if I can say it on here. Shit.
You say whatever you want to say.
Shit talker. Yeah. All right.
So now So when did you finally say, okay, I'm gonna try comedy? What was that day like, and where did you do it?
I did it at the Ha Ha,
Okay.
and I did it in 2008.
Okay.
And I just went up there. I was working behind the bar, and I said, I said I could do this. Put me on stage next. I went on stage, and I bombed so bad. Like I was stuttering. I was like spitting on the mic. I got off like
Sweating.
in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and then I never went up for till 2010.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was so like, I'm not doing this. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So then, in 2010, I just said, you know, I'm gonna dedicate myself to this. I'm gonna do it. I've lived a lot. I'm divorced at 26. I'm like, I have so much to talk about. I want to get it off my chest. It's like therapy, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's just been booming. It's been going good. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because you have like a stage that you can go to
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
You know, so like you have an unfair advantage.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but I guess also too, growing up in it, that's why you're probably like, I don't want to do it because you're just around it all the time.
Yeah, I was sick of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like the Pauly Shore of my generation, pretty much, because you know his family owned the Comedy Store, my friends owned the Ha Ha. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully you have
Not the drugs and all that.
better
but
career than Pauly
yeah,
Shore.
better. Yeah.
So your first show, was that your worst show, or was that like your?
That was my first and my worst. That was just terrible. I didn't do the Ha till like in 2010. I actually didn't do the Ha. My first show, real show, it was in San Diego at Moondoggies.
Okay.
It's a bar show. And I lied to the club. I'm like, yeah, man, my parents own the Ha. I'm a comic. I was like just bullshitting him. And he's like, all right, go up on stage. So I did 15 minutes
Oh wow.
of just like bashing the crowd. And I was killing because I was more comfortable. I was loose.
Yeah.
And then from then on, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do comedy. And then I came back to LA and I'm like, let's do it. And
That
that's
was
it.
your-
Then I started doing shows. My mom won't even book me at the club to this day. She doesn't like my comedy. She goes, I'm too dirty. She says I'm too dirty. Isn't that your mom?
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
you
a little-
had me. Like, you know, like, hello. Like, this is my dream. Like, help me out. She goes, no. So, like, she gives me a really hard time, but it's making me better, you know? I do other clubs, too, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Well, and because you know, like it also kind of gives you that, like, you know, you can do a dirty set, which will generally kill all the time because
Yeah.
people, you know, they like to laugh about sex and this and that.
Yeah.
But then it also challenges you and makes you grow to do like the cleaner stuff and
Yeah.
use like a bigger vocabulary and this and that.
Yeah.
And you know, really to kind of paint the picture as opposed to just saying the F word,
Yeah,
S word,
yeah.
and this and that, and talking, you know. But I will say though, speaking of your dirty comedy,
Yeah.
right? I went online.
Oh, great.
And and we have this video,
Oh, my God.
okay? And so
Which
and
video?
we're about to pull it up right now. And so this is probably one of my favorite jokes that you do. I don't know if you still do. I haven't seen you stand up in a little while. But you know, where you're talking about how you were overweight and how every time you would have sex, like you get a little,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was 100 pounds last year. I was 100 pounds last year. Thank you. This could look worse, I know. I had to do it because of sex. Honestly, I was insecure about having sex. Like, not the way I looked, but just like, ladies, I don't come quick. Okay, I don't. But I get tired and shit. Come on, big guys, be with me, right? Come on. Girls want us to put you back 45 minutes, an hour, yeah, whatever. No, it hurts and shit, come on. Like, I'll do my thing, like, yeah, you like that? She's like, yeah, I like that, you like that? Yeah, She's like, what? You're gonna come? I'm like, no, bitch, fucking water, it hurts. Right here. Fuck that shit, right? Started doing some shit. I started, honestly, faking orgasms. Because I don't want them to know it hurting, you know? So I'll be doing my thing, yeah, I'll get yogurt in your face, bitch, right there. Yeah,
Right?
I cleaned it up a little bit. But that was in I think that was in like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah, no, because I've
Yeah, I
you
see
know,
what you're
I
saying,
watched it and I was like, you know what, that's funny.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to call us and see it, but I
Yeah.
wasn't fast. It really didn't. It really didn't work out.
There you go.
So now let's talk about your best show. Or before that, what was your most favorite show that you've done to date?
My favorite show. I honestly would say the most recent one. I did a set in Vegas at the Bally's Casino.
Okay.
And it was just a great experience just because like I was doing crowd work and like the whole crowd was from all over the United States, like all over the world, you know. And it was just like for them to like get my humor, I felt like I was doing like the Staples Center, you know, like you know what I'm saying. It's not like an LA show or Irvine show or you know what I'm saying. It's just like this is people from all over. So like they were vibing with me. It was great. The club liked me. They rebooked me. I'm going back 4th of July.
Okay.
You know, so like I say that would probably be my best show.
It's exciting. Exciting. Yeah, because and then because there's always like when crowd work goes wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Because you try something and then it doesn't work,
like,
and no one gets it. Yeah.
It's like, okay, all right, yeah.
And then now, because every comedian's favorite part of comedy is the heckler.
Yeah.
So how many hecklers have you had, and how do you kind of deal with?
Oh, I've had so many hecklers. Like, it's part of the game,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. I mean, the best thing to do is like if you get heckled, it just kind of like repeat what they say, and then they'll be like huh, and then the crowd will usually take your side or just I don't know, find something wrong with them, make fun of them. I don't know,
Yeah,
find his handicap.
That's like Chris Rock heckling you or something like that. Okay. So this is what I find interesting about comedy is that everyone has their own style of delivery. So like, who was kind of your influence and like what got you to where because you developed your own style and everything. Yeah. So kind of like what led you to get to where you are today?
I'm still growing as a comic. My style keeps changing like every single day. I don't really have someone I really look up to because I don't want to steal their style. So I'm kind of like still building my style, but like. I'm not a one-liner comedian. I'm more like I interact with the audience. I set myself up for like I'll ask questions to the audience, but the questions I ask them go into my joke.
Yeah,
so that's kind of like I already kind of know what they're gonna say or an idea what they're gonna say, and if they go somewhere different, I could just make fun of them. Yeah. So that's kind of my style right now. Yeah.
So again, but now growing up though, like, did you just did you watch any comedy DVDs,
or
did you watch or was it just like at the club you were
No, I mean I watched pros, obviously like Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, all them. I saw them, like I think they're great, but that's like a whole different style. Like I don't have that kind of style, and I didn't kind of go that way. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I know like a lot of people don't really do like a lot of crowd because it was like D.L. Hughley was great at just doing crowd work,
quick.
He was, and then you have someone like Dane Cook, who is like a storyteller. And he was like just an
animated,
and he really kind of brings you along with the story, and then he'll hit you with like a 180. I did not see that coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could get to that level at one point.
Yeah, well, see, and I think that's what's exciting about comedy too is that it's always evolving. You know what I mean? And so and I think that's a challenging thing because like a singer can have a hit and they can go repeat and tour with this hit for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
But as a comedian, especially like what stuff on YouTube and online now, like you have to kind of evolve your jokes and you can't stick with one main joke for too long because it gets
done.
Yeah.
It's like, that was so last year.
How often do you write?
Every day.
Yeah?
If I see something or think of something, I put it on my phone, my iPhone, and just write quick tag, boom, punch it up. I do all mics every day. I'm always doing all mics, practicing, grinding, doing bar shows, doing any show, like any stage I might get. Like I hang out at house parties, I'm just cracking jokes, just to like, practice. It's like a free stage,
Yeah. It's kind of test and see. Okay,
it's like, everyone, come over here. Hey, how try it out.
Yeah, see, and because I know like there's some people who like really write and construct their jokes and like they take like an hour a day. They sit down. And it's like a job and this and that.
That's not fun. That's
not.
No, I can't do it. I know comics. I'm not gonna give their names. They actually have index cards and they put them all over the table and like they're like. I mean that's great. Like it's brilliant how they structure their whole jokes, but it doesn't look fun to me. I'm like, this is supposed to be fun. It's comedy. Like have fun.
Yeah.
Don't be a robot on stage, have fun.
Yeah. Now, how do you feel about people who bring up notes or maybe like read jokes off of their phone and stuff like that? Like, how do you feel about that? You feel it's a little unprofessional, or?
I mean, depends if it's their style. Some people like what's his name? Just Deion Cole. Deion Cole. Yeah, Deion Cole. That's his style. That's
that's
brilliant.
His thing. Yeah.
It's dope. But I mean, there's comments up there just going like, oh, what should I talk about today? I mean, if they're working out, I get it, but like, don't ruin the show for everyone else. Cause like, if you're there to work out, it's fine, but just don't tell everyone you're there to work out. Just do it.
I personally think it's a little unprofessional. Like if it's open mic, that's one thing. Bring your laptop up there if you want. But if it's like if you're doing a legitimate show, then I think you should at least have what you're gonna do kind of like already. It doesn't have to be memorized, but at least have it. Because this is your job. This is what you do. Come to work prepared. So That's just my personal thing.
No, I totally agree with you. I just don't want to say it. You know what I'm saying?
And so this is 2013 now. You know, we definitely live in an age of social media, social networking, and so there's this new uproot of social media comedians.
Yeah.
Right. How do you feel about those social media comedians versus like traditional stand-up comedians?
I think it's I mean, I'm that guy too. Like I like posting videos on Vine. Those little silly videos. I mean, I think if you're a comedian, you're always a comedian. You're either stand-up, you're improv, you're doing videos, you're singing parodies, whatever. You're a comic. That's what you are. You're a joker. You're there to make people laugh. More power to everybody. I think this generation with social media, it's way better for us than it was for the comics back then. Like Eddie Murphy, all that. They could have sold way more tickets if they had the technology.
Access.
Yeah.
But I mean, because like to me, I feel like it's a double-edged sword because like there's those people who just do stuff online who don't do stuff on stage, and so you can always delete and you can go back and re-record. You can do this, versus when it's live, it's in your face, it's on stage. Like, you mess up, but
that's
true.
true.
You keep rolling with it.
Yeah.
So I'm on the fence a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's weird too, because like a lot of people steal jokes.
Oh yeah.
And then like they really steal jokes online too, and so it's like you can't put any of your material up there or anything. You have to be.
But I mean, comics can steal jokes online too. Like if you can see something online and do it on stage, and like here,
that's true.
It'll hit you later. Like I don't know, like there's certain comics now doing that. I'm not gonna say their names, but we know who they are.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Was there any memorable moments that you've had? Just like I know you talk about the recent show that you had, but like, was there any show that you probably did like with a famous comedian or something that you watched and you're like, oh my god, like this is cool, like watching this guy live versus watching him on TV?
Oh yeah, I mean I've been blessed, like I've seen Damon Wayans, Keenan Wayne, I've seen Dave Chappelle, Steve Harvey, Mike Epps. Like I've seen all these comics at the Haha. Like I have Chris Tucker. I saw Chris Tucker 10 years ago. Until this day, he comes to Haha and he still remembers me. Like he's so cool. Like and he's brilliant. Like so like I got to work with all these guys. Like I've done the same show with them. Like it wasn't a show we promoted. Like yo, Shaq with Damon Wayans. No, it was like they showed up and I learned and watched them. I see them on TV and I see them there. It's like it's awesome. Those are great moments,
Yeah.
It's like that's like wow, like he's really here. It's like I want a picture.
Was there a little nugget that you've gotten from it? You don't have to say who it is, but like, was there something that someone told you? Like they watched your set and they said X, Y, and Z. Like they gave you something to kind of like okay.
They kind of said, well, I'm not gonna say what it is, but what you said. He goes, dude. Dude, this is your office. He's like. You shouldn't be anywhere else. You shouldn't be out clubbing. He's like, you should be here every day, going on stage. He's, I don't care if you go up there and talk about picking your butt. Just go up there every day and just do it. If you're really serious about it, do it. And I was like, all right. So, yeah.
Now, and, there's been a lot of comedians who have gotten backlash off of like rape jokes and like like gay jokes and stuff like that. Like the Daniel Tosches and you have Tracy Morgan and stuff like that. How do you feel about comedians apologizing after a joke?
No, you said it. Own up to it. Like, don't apologize. Why'd you say it if you're gonna apologize? That's just retarded.
But because like they're PR people or like you should probably send out an apology and this and that.
I mean, it's never gonna go away. You can go online and it'll pop up. It's like there's not a video of you apologizing over and over. It's like own up to it. If you're gonna say it, you said it.
That's true. I mean, I feel like there's like an unwritten rule, kind of like if it's your joke and you say it, and then like I feel like if you're an audience member and if you find it offensive, that's okay.
Go on Yelp and just review. Leave us alone.
You're probably yelling or you're probably laughing at something 5 minutes ago that you thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden he says something about rape and then
really?
Yeah. And that's the
that's terrible.
I say go to comedy shows, enjoy the comedy, have a good time.
Leave your problems at home. I don't care. I don't care if you were raped last week. You're there tonight. Just laugh about it. Who cares? Do it. Rape's fun.
That's terrible.
Just kidding.
That's terrible. Now, like I know some comics like to drink before they go on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
You know.
Cheers. Hello.
I'm not a fan of drinking before I go on stage. And
Really?
that's just me personally, yeah. Because like I like to be aware of everything, like what's really going on. And then once I'm done, okay, then let's, get shit faced, whatever. But
Yeah.
before I go on stage, because I feel if I get a little get disoriented, get discombobulated, start slurring your words.
Yeah.
What's your take on?
Honestly, when I first started doing comedy, I drank a lot just because I was nervous. My heart was pounding. I was shaking. So like I had to just like to get loose and calm. But then I didn't want to be an alcoholic on stage. So now I'll have like one drink before just to calm down, and then I slap myself in the face right before I go on stage just to get like loose, and then I'll go do my thing. I'll have a drink on stage, but I won't drink it at all. I'll just walk up there with it, like if I'm the man,
So you still get nervous?
Oh yeah,
Before you go on stage.
for every show.
Really?
Yeah, it's just something about right before and the next comedian coming up, like right that second, like your whole body just freezes, and then right when you get the mic, it's like okay, cool, feel safe, like it's like cool.
Yeah, well, it's especially when jokes really work and people start laughing, then it's okay. But if people aren't laughing.
People aren't laughing. You're just like, all right, check, please. Yeah.
Did you ever run off stage, or was there ever any time where you're just like, oh my god, I just can't do this, and you just stopped and just left?
When I first started, I didn't run off, but I was like, thanks guys, good night. And I was just like, hey, how are you? And like I just blanked out, didn't remember anything, and I was just like, all right, I gotta go. Yeah, yeah. I didn't,
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wasn't comfortable. Yeah.
Now, if you see someone bombing on stage,
Okay.
like this is something that just me as a comedian, like I feel bad, but I kind of want them to finish. Because I feel like if you're going down, go down with the blaze of glory.
That's hilarious.
Like if you're gonna suck all the way. Like don't just suck and then like okay, but like because you suck.
Yeah.
But suck all the way, finish your set.
I like comics that when they suck, they know they suck, and they bring it up to the audience. Like, all right, so yeah, this was pretty bad, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I think that's the key too, is just acknowledging that you're not doing well.
Yeah.
Because if you still feel like you're doing amazing,
Yeah.
and you're not doing well, I think that's what makes it more awkward.
I hate comics that suck and they get off stage and that they don't say they suck. They go, dude, man, the crowd's tired, dude. Dude, they brought the bills out right now. That's why they weren't laughing. Yeah. I was like, shut
Every
up,
excuse
dude.
in the
You
book.
just
Yeah.
you bombed. Like it happens. You have a bad day at work.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's all a part of it though, because not every show is gonna be a winner.
No.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes there are bad audiences though, and you're like, okay, like this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
Or you gotta like go.
The white audiences. I'm just kidding.
I enjoy white audiences.
Do you really?
I really do.
That's because white people love black people. It's like you guys are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. White people do not like Mexicans. Just
I mean,
they want us to just mow their lawn and clean their houses.
5 o'clock you leave. That's it. I don't want you anymore. 5 o'clock.
Paco, get out of my house.
So what type of crowd is probably your favorite crowd? Performing. In front of?
Mixed crowd. I don't like just white, brown. I like everything.
So you gotta play around and kind of really, really go.
It's just more fun. Like I like doing. I think Latino rooms are easier. Because they're already drunk when they get there, so like, they're laughing. They're spending their whole paycheck. They're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
White people kind of judge you a little. They're kind of like, what's he talking about right there? Black people, they're the best. Black audiences will make you work. That's what black audiences make you better as a comedian.
Yeah.
Way better. Like it's like, dude, they're like right off the bat, they're just like, oh, okay, you're gonna make me laugh. Like they just like they'll listen.
Yeah.
And they come and they really heckle you.
Yeah.
So I think black audiences are like, as a new comic, if you want to start doing comedy, do black rooms because if you want like the quick laughs, easy laughs, do Latino rooms, and if you want to do TV, do the white rooms. Hello.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because I know like black people are very judgmental.
Yeah.
And so like I said, like if you're not funny, they will let you know that you're not funny.
Yeah, they'll do that kind of, yeah.
But I feel also sometimes too is that, if you're not a black comedian, then they'll give you a little more leeway.
Yeah.
You know, versus being a black comedian, because
Yeah.
like they automatically feel okay, like you know you're black, you just have to be, and you do comedy,
Yeah.
you have to be funny.
Yeah.
You're not Kevin Hart funny,
Yeah.
but you should be funny.
Yeah.
You know, they always compare you to whoever's hot.
Yeah.
You know, Cat Williams,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle always compare you.
yeah.
You know, but you know, being not black, you can, you know, like, oh, he's okay. He's like,
That's the
he's
first thing I
like-
say. I know I'm not black. yeah. Yeah. We get it.
Favorite venue that you've played thus far, without it being the haha. Favorite
of course
venue.
Not, yeah. You know, Haha Comedy Club, 5010 Lake. I'm just kidding. Favorite venue. I love the Ontario Improv.
Okay.
Ontario is, it just holds like almost like 350, 370.
Yeah, it's
the
nice.
setup is just like
Yeah.
it's great. Another good comedy club to look at right now is American Comedy Company in San Diego.
Mhm.
I do a show out there once a month.
Okay.
It's great. Next one's June 19th. But other than that, Bally's was dope. Yeah, but I'd say best stage far would be Ontario. I like Ontario. Yeah, the setup there is just great. The wait staff's cool. A lot of hot girls out there.
And people come to laugh.
Yeah, Ontario, they do.
You know.
The mall's right there. You can go shopping right after the show. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, no, because like I've done a couple shows to where I'm like, this is a comedy show. Like you guys should be laughing
Yeah.
at some of this stuff, you know. And then there's other shows where everyone's going, people are sucking on stage, but they're killing.
Yeah.
Because people came
to laugh.
To laugh.
They're like,
Yeah.
we paid. Laugh.
Exactly.
Right?
So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, we're gonna come out here and we're definitely gonna get our laugh on and have a good time.
Yeah.
What is your favorite joke that you have said? Period.
My favorite joke.
Your favorite joke. Your favorite Jack Jr. joke.
My favorite joke would have to be about how I'm paying $1,100 a month in child support, and that's for my 3-year-old son. Like my son doesn't even stay with me; I stay at his house. You know, like $1,100 a month. Like really, it's ridiculous for a 3-year-old. Like I try hiding from child support, not paying them. They find you. They always find you. Child support started following me on Twitter.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so you can't. You definitely have to pay your bills.
I'll get you guys child support. Don't worry.
So, but do you use your son? Because I know like Joe Coy kind of uses his son
Yeah.
in his routine materials. Like, do you use your?
I
your
just
son?
recently started talking about my son and my ex.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's more personal. It's more mean. It's funny. My life's pretty funny. Like I've been through some. You know, I'm 28. I'm already divorced. I got a 3-year-old.
Living the American dream.
Yeah, pretty much. Living the Mexican dream.
There you go. Living the, well, you have a couple more kids, you know.
Yeah, well,
but
one that I know about. Hello.
so you know, and because here's the thing, I feel that right now we are in a need for more good comedians. You know, because I feel like, you know, like Dane Cook, you know, some people love him, some people hate him. But he's had a great career.
Yeah.
But now he's not like how he was.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Cat Williams, they say he went crazy or whatever. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, like we need some more comedians. So how long do you feel, and this is just you, like your personal timeline, like how long do you feel you'll be able to get to that Cat Williams or to that, you know, Kevin Hart pinnacle?
I don't know, 10 years. You know, that's like. To get that their level, yeah, they're just, you know, yeah. I'm honest. I'm good, but I'm not great. I want to get to like great, you know.
Yeah.
So it takes time. You know, being a great comic is you have to live. You have to like, you know, you gotta talk about yourself, your life. Like you have to live a little, do a lot, so you could talk about it. You don't see no great comics right now like selling arenas at 21. You know why? Because they have nothing to talk about. They haven't lived.
It's true.
So I mean, when I'm 40, you know, I'll have so much history, so much life, so much that I've done that I'll have so many stories to tell, and I think by then I'll be a great comic. You know?
Okay.
Was that a good answer?
No, I mean, that's a great answer.
this on?
That's great. What place do you want to play? Like, what place is like your ultimate? Like, I have to play this place.
What's that? Michael Jackson when he sold out that
The O2 Arena.
Yeah, that one.
That one in London.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah?
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know,
That'd be
especially doing comedy
No one's
in
done
London.
it. Yeah, you know, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, you know, go and sell out. That's because I know
That's
like,
the one where all those girls are fainting in the audience, right? In the video. You seen the video? No.
No, that were you mean like where we had his like the concert like where he left in the moon suit.
Yeah.
That
No, the
one,
one where he popped out from the floor. No.
Yeah, that was
the
that was in Bucharest. So that was like in some
Okay, I don't know.
crazy. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
somewhere
like
like that.
100,000 people.
Yeah, I know.
That's
crazy.
nuts.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine doing 100,000 people though?
Yeah. Dude,
You know?
how much crowd work that is?
That's yeah. So I have a small connection with the Haha Cafe.
Okay.
Because it was actually the first place that I did like actual stand-up comedy.
Right on.
I remember it was for a contest. It was a Monday night contest. You know, and I was nervous, scared.
Was I there?
I don't know. You may have been there.
Okay.
But you know, I was really like, oh my God, what am I doing? But as soon as I did it, it was amazing.
Right on.
You know, and I think like that was the thing, because I feel like it's like crack. You know, I've never done crack, but
Allegedly.
you kind of you kind of want more, like, because like once you get off, you're kind of like, oh my God, like I need to get back
you're
on.
a fiend. It's you
Yeah.
you catch the bug, the comedy bug. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah, you know,
Right?
and I think like that's really what separates the good comics from the great comics. You know, like the good comics, you're like, okay, you know, I'll do it, you know, but like the great ones, like you're on stage every single day.
Have to do it.
You know,
Yeah, it's a grind.
yeah, and because I
Part
know
of life.
like
It's like going to the gym. You gotta go to the workout. Do it.
exactly, it's a muscle that you gotta work out. You gotta just keep at it. You know, that's why I respect people like Chris Rock.
Oh yeah.
You know, because he's still
blows
movies,
clubs,
TV,
everything, yeah.
You know, yeah, he's still and he's bombed too. Like he's had some terrible shows.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
even
yeah.
now being Chris Rock, he's had like some
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Yep.
But he still does it. You know,
Because he loves it.
so when you become famous, right? Will you still be in the clubs?
Of course. I mean, we own one.
Oh yeah, I know. You have no excuse, really.
I'm gonna be around it my whole life. You know.
Okay, so you won't go Hollywood. And
No,
like,
never.
Just make
I'm gonna
$20
go
million
North
for this
Hollywood.
movie. That's good, because you know, like I guess like there's people like Eddie Murphy who I want to see back on stage.
Oh yeah.
You know, because like he did
He's retired,
Delirious,
yeah.
he did Raw, you know, and then like so there's like, okay, just give us one more.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll come back?
Not at all.
No. You don't think there's anything that if they paid him $100 million
I
just
don't
to
think
come
so.
back, do 1 hour, I'll take 30 minutes. You could do 30 minutes and I'll be happy.
I doubt it.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to make some phone calls. Like have every day make some
Like,
phone
yeah.
calls. Have them come in, you know, do like a quick 10 minutes, see how it is, and you know.
I remember when he came by the club one time, we asked him, "You want to go?" And he was like, he just had his sunglasses on. He's like, "No," and we're like, "Okay."
But
you want some tacos?
But he still came by just to kind of hang out.
Hang out, yeah.
Yeah. How many comics come by the club just to hang out?
Like famous comics?
Yeah.
I say we get probably 3-4 a week.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
No, but like, are they like taking notes, or are they?
No, they go up sometimes, but sometimes they're just there to hang out. You know, like like Craig Robinson comes and hangs out. Brandon T. Jackson doesn't always go up. Yeah, you know, the Waynes sometimes they just hang out. You know?
Yeah, because I feel like
They want to be around the. They want to be around the. You know.
Yeah, and it's the environment,
Yeah.
really, that especially at your guys' club, just kind of that environment that you create. It's very, because I've been to a lot of clubs, right? And so there's I think there's more politics involved in some of the other clubs, and they're more standoffish, and like you don't like when you go to the comedy store, like you rarely see Mitzi.
Oh yeah, no.
Like if you ever see him, but
No, it's just Tommy.
yeah. Every time I've been to the Haha, I always see Jack.
Oh, and my dad.
Yeah.
that comedy club is like his wife, second wife.
Yeah.
If he drives by and he's just looking, he slows down like that creeper in high school. Where the girls at? With his ponytail. Yeah, my dad is funny. My dad loves. Oh my God.
Now, because did he do comedy, or was he always just he's kind of ran it and just
the Haha started. We opened it in 85, 86, 85, yeah. And it was a Mexican restaurant first. Okay. Then we started doing comedy like once a week. And then little by little we just took over and we just turned into a full-blown comedy club. He never did comedy.
He never did comedy.
Never.
Really?
He wasn't funny at all, ever. He still isn't. I'm just kidding.
But no, but I think like that's what creates funny is that even if you're not funny, you know, because I'm sure he has stories just to tell.
Oh, he has stories, yeah.
You know, and he could go up there and do 5 minutes and just tell a story.
His famous joke is he goes, "Hey, my name is Jack. Don't say hi, Jack, on an airplane." That's all he says. Made you laugh, see?
Exactly. He can do that, open up a show, and then walk off. Yeah. Every single night he'll get laughs. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm really proud of my parents, dude. I mean, for having a club this long and still staying together and raising me and my two sisters, like they're great. Like they're my heroes. They're about to open up a new club, the new Haha.
Tell us about that.
The new Haha is opening up in 3 weeks. It's the old Blue Moon Nights location on Lancashire. It's gonna have a hookah lounge, has a podcast theater, has a stage, has a huge bar area, huge smoking patio. It's gonna be ridiculous. Be sure to check that out on our website, hahacafe.com. But we're still gonna have the old Haha too. We're gonna keep that and keep it as like a sports bar,
Okay.
So we're gonna have 2 Hahas on Lancashire. So we run in North Hollywood.
There you go.
You know,
the little Haha Cafe Mafia. So before we wrap up now, is there anything that, because we have like a lot of young comedians and stuff like that are really starting to gravitate towards the show and starting to watch your show. So is there anything that you can pass on to someone who is either thinking about doing comedy or someone who just started and is super scared and is like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing?
I got the best advice from a comic. I'm not gonna say his name. Whenever you're on stage and if you're serious about doing comedy, make the girls want to sleep with you and make the guys want to be you. Have that kind of attitude on stage, and you'll do fine.
That's good.
Do that.
That's good.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna use that now.
Yeah, use it, right? Use it everywhere. When you before you go up to a girl, have that attitude. You don't have that swag,
When I'm buying groceries. Like,
what?
This checkout clerk, she wants to sleep with me. The guy behind me wants to be me.
Yeah, right?
Now, any plugs, anything, any shows coming up and all that fun stuff?
June 19th at the American Comedy Company in San Diego in the Gaslamp District.
Perfect, perfect. And where can all your fans find you?
Jack Jr. Comic on Twitter and at hahacafe.com.
There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks for coming in.
Bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now you can find me all over the internet at The Nick Purdue.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.